It's only fair that I read this out loud. Look, I want y'all to stay with me now. Stay with me. Make sure you hit that like button. You probably want to watch this one all the way through. This is gonna be a good one, I tell you. Kamala Harris will no longer be in hiding. Let me read that out one more time. Whoa. Kamala. I look, as they say, you're racist if you say it wrong. I don't know why people have to be racist all of a sudden. I guess everything we say is racist. Unqualified, DEI, didn't earn it. I mean, you know, anything you say, if you say the name wrong, if you say he's Indian, you're racist. I just don't get it. You know, the times that we're living in with all these sensitive people, I really just don't understand, man. Boy. But anyways, Kamala Harris will no longer be in hiding. That's the name of this. That's the title of it. Yeah, I read that correct. And they're discussing Kamala Harris, running mate Tim Walz will be sitting down for an upcoming joint interview with CNN, with fake news, enemy of the people, enemy territory. Oh man, CNN. I don't even know that. Does that count, y'all? Does that interview count? You know, boy. And also we have a segment from the 5, and Jessica is on this show, and I can see by the comments now. Let me let y'all want to read some of these? I'll let y'all read some. This is going to be a good one, y'all. Jessica, yeah. Jessica is on the show. Look what this one says. Fox, please get rid of Jessica. Someone says, I just laugh at how ignorant Jessica is. Yeah, this is gonna be good. Oh boy, let me go and get this. I'm not off that shine today, y'all. I'm out off that fruit punch, that cherry pie drizzle, that oatmeal cream pie, strawberry, raspberry, blueberry. No. We off that pumpkin spice latte. Pumpkin spice. Y'all getting into the holiday season? Let's go and get ready. Some of them Christians say, don't put that skeleton on in front at my front door. Yeah, don't put the devil in front of my door. I don't want none of that stuff. You take it down the street. I don't want it. Boy, them people. Hey, shout out to them beautiful Christians out there, man. Shout out to everybody out there, man. No matter where you're from, no matter religion, your culture, your race, skin color, we don't care. We love you. Hey, God is love, man. And we got to come together and love one another, man. Love one another, man. We're living in times where we hate each other, man. Hatred is at an all-time high. We're divided, man. And the divided nation must fall, man. We got to come together and love one another. But let's go and get into this. Kamala Harris will no longer be hiding. Oh boy. Yeah.
Her more than a month, but Kamala.
This is actually sad that we have to talk about this. Let me just make that be clear. This is sad, and people are clapping for this, man. People just love puppets. They love puppets, man. You know, no matter how crap things have gotten, how many people are struggling and dying, people love clapping for failures, liars, and puppets. That's one thing I've noticed, man. But you see a lot of people that ain't clapping for this, man. And they just want a change. They want a different set of leadership. They want common sense to be back again. Because we have no common sense of this woke culture. It's a woke culture of no common sense. You know? Failed policies that put American last. I want my tax dollars back. Man. There's homeless veterans, people struggling on the street. I want my tax dollars back. I ain't lying to you. You know, I want peace. I don't want wars. You know, people got to walk inside a grocery store and make life decisions. No, man, it's time for a different set of leadership or something around this bad boy. I'm telling you. But this right here, and I don't want your tampon. I don't want $25,000 for a home. Which I'm not even gonna get. I don't want it. Meanwhile, they just raise the prices up in the market, $25,000, $30,000. Don't want it. You know, other people have tried it. It failed. It failed. Sorry to tell you, it failed. Yeah. And I see why you're copycatting Trump's policies. I see why. Yeah. Because Trump makes sense. Whether you hate him or you love him, he makes sense. I know he's hurt a lot of people's feelings, but he makes sense, man. Yeah. So let me go and get into it before I get mad.
It took her more than a month, but Kamala Harris will no longer be in hiding this Thursday. We've just learned that the vice president and her VP pick, Tim Walz, will sit down for a joint interview with CNN. It comes as Charlemagne the God has been calling out Harris for dodging the press. The popular radio host was responding to a rapper who said that the vice president didn't owe black voters an explanation of her policies and that they should just settle. Charlemagne strongly disagrees.
Votes are earned, not given, and they are earned through you going out there and explaining yourself. Vice President Kamala Harris has to go out there and explain her agenda and why she's the person for the job. Former President Donald Trump has to go out there and explain his agenda. And by the way, they should be explaining without us asking.
But Tim Walz gave an early scoop to a TikToker named Subway Takes.
So what's your take?
My take is the most neglected part of home ownership is the gutters. It's personal for me.
100% agree.
I've had problems with gutters before. You get your basement wet, you get ice dams, cause a lot of problems.
It's not good.
Wow. All right, Dana, I'm going to go to you first. Okay. So now we just find out that there's going to be this debate on Thursday, not this debate, but this interview with Kamala and Walz on CNN. But it's a Thursday night before the Friday of Labor Day weekend. Nobody's coming back until Tuesday. Do they plan it this way so everyone will forget?
Okay, so a couple of things. I think it's great. We're going to have an interview. Good. I think good choice. Dana Bash, CNN. Fine. Great. But a couple of things. So they had a very good convention. And then they have a little bit of a lead in some of the swing states. And then they sat on their lead. And you didn't see them for 5 days. And now the stakes for this interview, for everybody, for the anchor that's doing the interview, for both Harris and Walz, now is all the way up here. Why would you do that? Why not just do a quick interview? I don't understand. So I think the strategy is interesting, but I think we have a little bit of a clue as to why they are doing it together. Today in Political Playbook, there was a piece this morning that said that the campaign is reluctant to put Tim Walz out to do interviews on his own because even he doesn't know what her policies are, or at least they don't have the same policies or policies. They're not on the same page. And if there's one thing the media can do, they can expose daylight between two candidates. Like there's a smidgen of daylight between them that will be exacerbated in the press. So that's why I think they have to do it together. But I guess glad that they're doing it.
Well, yeah, it's a good idea, Jesse, that they're doing it. But together, I mean, it's almost as is she signaling that she can't do it alone, that she can't do a thorough, long interview?
Traditionally, you do the joint interview after the convention. That's what Trump and Vance did. That's what happens with the ticket. She waited, though, way too long. And Walz is her security blanket. I expect him to talk most of the time. But the power has shifted, Judge, from the politicians to the people in the age of information. We're sitting around with all this power, and we don't know what to do with it.
Holy 39 days. Let me go and round up for them beautiful patriots around the world. Shout out to them beautiful patriots, man. We love you. 40 days. 40 days, man. Not one single ducking, dodging, and hiding. 40 days. Sounds like a good puppet to me. Oh, man. People love puppets, huh? Yeah. Joy. We're running on joy and identity politics. Gender in the race card. Black woman president. I'm sick of hearing it. Is she black? Is she black? Is she Indian? Is she Vietnamese? Is she Latino? Is she Caucasian? But all of a sudden, it comes down to make to get people to vote. She's black. She's a black woman. Yeah. Yes, yeah. She's yeah. Yeah, come November 5th, she's make sure you know that she's a black woman. Yeah, come November 5th. You about to know she is a black woman. Oh, she's black. Yeah. Unbelievable, man. People are just man. I know y'all don't like when I say it, and I know y'all. We had a lovely family member on the channel. She says, "Rick, I rebuke when you say that. The words are very, very powerful that come out your mouth. You know, and that's how I grew up too as well. My mom told me that all the time. You know, but we are in some deep water, man. We are in trouble, man, as a country, and we don't things that is going to take place, man. A lot of people aren't ready for it, man. You know." And you're seeing it right now as millions are struggling and dying right now, man. People can't afford nothing. You know, it's going to even get worse than what we're at right now, you guys. I hate to break it to you. You know, it's a process, man. And it's only going to get worse. You know, especially with this leadership that we have right now. And the same leadership people are voting for.
We can mobilize, we can donate, we can communicate, we can mobilize and with this thing right here on our phones. We don't even need to do anything. We could get people at town halls going crazy. We could flood the phone banks in Congress, but we don't. We sit around and complain. And I say this as someone who gets paid to sit around and complain. But we used to have a lot more of an action-oriented country. And look around. You got cities that don't look great. You got a border open. You got jails open. Prices are too high. And everybody agrees with me.
Come on in.
But we don't do anything about it. Why? Because we don't demand our politicians do anything about it. And we have such low expectations for the politicians.
Sitting around getting a big fat check. Sitting around getting a big fat check. I want my tax dollars back. You know? I want my tax dollars back, man. Then y'all went and hired all those IRS agents. I want my tax dollars back. I want every dime back. I got to blank out my own curse words. I'm mad, y'all. I'm hot. And I know a lot of y'all should be hot too. You should be boiling right now. Fed up. And there's people backing this up, man. You know, I've gotten to the point in my life where I don't want to talk politics to no family members, to no loved ones, to no friends. I've already lost friends, y'all. Childhood friends. Because of where I stand on in my politics, man. Because I want my tax dollar back. I got friends that think I'm racist. Well, they're not even friends anymore. You know? And I don't care. It doesn't hurt my feelings, man. Because I know that I love all. I love everybody, man. I know what I stand on. But people think because you wear this hat that you're this and that you're a racist, that you're this and that, you know? People are just lost, man. They've been controlled their whole life. They're into all this fake news, this media. They go with the first thing that they see. They can't think for themselves. It's a disgrace, man, the times that we're living in. An absolute disgrace. Let me go back. I know Jesse put it on the floor.
But we don't do anything about it. Why? Because we don't demand our politicians do anything about it. And we have such low expectations for the politicians. Then they like that. Because then they don't really have to do anything because not doing something's easier than doing something. And they can just run on the same problems that have always been around instead of fixing them. But all these politicians have to do is submit themselves to questioning because they're public servants. And usually the media acts as kind of the conduit for the questions that the people have. All the people, not just some people. And that tension is healthy. When you have to say, all right, you know what? I'm not about my selfish interest. I'm for the public's interest. She won't do that. She's afraid of the risk that she might incur by saying the wrong thing or saying something unpopular. Donald Trump's not afraid of that risk. And we want somebody who's not afraid of getting to know who they are or knowing what their vision is. And you don't accept that from your wife. You don't accept it from a CEO of a company. Why should we accept it from the president?
Okay, Jessica.
That was a rhetorical question.
Yeah, they already know. Yeah. Uh-oh, Jessica. Yeah. Oh, boy. Yeah, she be reading that review form. That review form, they want her gone. But Fox knows That's what's keeping those ratings. Clueless, delusional, Trump deranged Jessica.
Yes, good idea.
Thanks for clarifying.
Good idea. You know, this rapper who said that Harris doesn't owe the voters an explanation. There are a lot of people who think that way, and people in the Democrat Party, I'm sure, would prefer that Kamala not say anything. I mean, even her economic plan, it was panned by both sides, the price gauging, she called it.
It was, but it was out there, and you can go and read the policies, and the website will be filled out to completion. And I land somewhere between what Charlemagne was saying and what that rapper was saying. So I do think doing the interviews is important. And anyone who is going to then criticize her doing this with Dana Bash isn't being an honest broker. No offense, Jesse. They would complain about anything. Dana Bash is a wonderful interviewer, and she was very good moderating the debate with Trump. He even said that she did a great job. So I think it's a good pick for that reason. Going out there with VP Walz, or soon to be VP Walz, I hope, lets you get to know the ticket in full. And if you were listening to Kamala talk about her experience at the convention in the Thursday night speech, can't really say she's afraid of anything. This doesn't seem like a woman who is cowering in the corner about this. She might be concerned about the kind of coverage that she's going to get of these things and the people who are, again, not being honest brokers and will be detractors no matter what she does. But I don't think it's because she's afraid. I do want the viewers, the voters, all of them to be able to see her and get to know her, because we know that this election will be decided by 200,000 people over a smattering of states. And some of them might feel really strongly about this. And there's an argument as well for doing a bunch of mini interviews instead of these really big ones where it's so high pressure, high stakes. But there is a very solid record, especially when it comes to black voters, for Kamala Harris to be running on based on what they accomplished during the Biden-Harris administration, from over 2.5 million jobs for black people, the lowest unemployment in American history for black Americans, and also the smallest gap between white unemployment and black unemployment, $16 billion for HBCUs, all of the high-speed internet access, et cetera, investing all this money into infrastructure to make sure that black Americans have access to economic opportunities like the transportation to get there to the jobs. Those are all things that I hope that she will talk about in this interview. And I think that it would show Charlemagne that she is ready to play. She's ready to earn those votes. We're not taking anything for granted.
Okay, Greg, do you agree with that?
Greg, no.
I mean, I don't believe it. I mean, all that stuff you just said.
Like all the facts.
No, it's like you talked about, like the historical low unemployment. That was under Trump. You talked about these jobs. Yes, it was.
It's lower under Biden than Trump.
No, no, it wasn't.
Yes, it.
Get her off the show. Yeah, come on, man. They're gonna take her off the show, man. Oh man, but they know that's what keep those numbers rolling, man. This they call it conflict of interest. Is that what the name of it? Conflict of interest, and it keeps everything nice and flowing, keeps the ratings up, keeps everything nice and flowing. That cash is coming in. Everybody gets paid off good, And then again, a lot of people don't like hearing the truth. So, yep, we know how this thing plays out. Oh, Jessica Tarlov. God damn, Jessica. Dare you.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
Yes,
I can do this all day.
So could I.
I'll do it all day.
Great.
Look, here's the deal. You know what?
Yes, it was.
Is it just me? No, it wasn't. Charlemagne, he seems like he's debating himself half the time. And I think he does that just so he can get on this show, and it's worked again. I love the fact that Kamala is reporter shopping. It's incredible. It's like she's curating the campaign. Actually, somebody's doing it for her. It's like it's not a campaign. It's a coming out party, and she's the debutante. So they're gonna send out the Evites. They're gonna tell you what to wear. It's just frustrating to see the candidates having their way with the media. I find it absolutely offensive. They're rolling her out like she's a rare panda. No, and by the way, why are we the ones that are micromanaging this stuff? I don't care how they do it. It's just so stupid. This stuff is stupid. It's weird though to see everybody in agreement about their candidate. The less you see of her, the better. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It's hilarious. They're not even hiding the fact that they need to hide her and that they need to have her with somebody else, because 1 + 1 just equals 1.
I need to make another clarification. Yesterday on the show, I said pandas have a similar thumbprint than humans. It's actually koala bears. Again, I'm deeply sorry
Wow,
if
you did
anybody
really well in that
misconstrued my
trivia game.
statement.
Jesse, thank you. Anything else you want to say?
Not for now.
The koala
Okay, good
bears
idea.
accept it.
All right. Donald Trump
Yes,
is
it
schooling
was.
America's AI czar, Kamala.
Oh man, there's something else, man. I tell you, boy, you just can't make this up, man. You cannot make this up, you guys. But boy, we're gonna get an interview, they say, with the two of them on CNN. We'll be covering it, y'all. We're gonna go into enemy territory, and again, we've seen JD Vance and Trump walk onto CNN, MSNBC, the Black Journalist Convention. I mean, everywhere. ABC, CBS, take questions from any and everybody, and they set the record straight. They talk about things that need to be talked about. They get treated nasty, rude, disrespectful. It's a different set of leadership, man. But this leadership here that people are clapping for, that have failed them, and they're still clapping for. I don't see it, man. But we live in this culture of woke. Got to stay woke. Got to stay woke. The woke culture of no common sense, man. People that just can't take a joke, Yeah. But hey, Project 2025. He's a dictator on day one. He's also a racist, isn't he? Okay. All right. Okay, he's a racist. Okay. Yeah. He's gonna take your rights. Leaves it up to the state. So, all right. All right. Okay. But anyways, man, we love you guys, man, and we're wishing the best in everybody's life, man. On this channel, I love you guys for real, man. You guys are family, man. We don't care where you're at, where you're from, what your age is, culture. We don't care what your skin color is. We don't care where you stand on, your religion. Look, man, one love to the people, man. One love, And there's simply people out there that don't like me because I love one another, man. That I have love for people. People don't like that, because there's just so much hatred right now that have been spewed out on these, huge media platforms, mainstream media. There's so much hatred that have been spewed out, and some people just, they're with it. They love it. They worship it. But we're not with it, man. We see through all this crap, And these fellas, this campaign is against the corrupt system, man. So we want to put our prayers and send our prayers for their safety, man. Just seeing JD Vance standing up, talking about the economy and everything, in Michigan today, and he's behind a bulletproof glass as well. It's sad that we have times where you have to put bulletproof glasses up at outdoor events, man, because we just can't love one another. We got so much hatred built up that we got to shoot and we got to, want to put a threat on somebody's life because they want to see people to stop struggling. They're sick of this corrupt leadership. Can't make this up, man. But I love y'all. God bless y'all and your families. And I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.